Hello, anime fans. I'm Katie Cullen with FANVERSATION. I'm at Anime Expo, and here's who I talked with today. I'm here with Cherami Leigh. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's the end of day 3, so we're still going.
We made it thus far. That is what we're celebrating. You celebrate the end of every day.
And I mean, they've been really good days. They're just also really exhausting days.
They're always great days. There's so much to do at this convention. You just at the end of every day are like, I'm so tired. Can I do this again? And then you look at what's happening the next day. You go, I can do this again. That sounds exciting. And then it happens all over again.
Let me get like 3 hours of sleep and 3 gallons of caffeine, and I'll be good.
Exactly. We do what we have to because we love anime.
Absolutely. Speaking of loving anime and how we started the day, the Sailor Moon panel was this morning.
Yay.
And we're getting the release of Sailor Stars for the first time in North America. How do you feel about that?
So excited. So I finished recording Sailor Stars. I cried. It was so heartbreaking to cap off 5 years of recording, but also I grew up watching the show, so it was a very surreal, full circle experience. But I'm so excited for everybody to see it. I heard a little clip of some of the songs that got adapted and recorded with major approval from the Japanese production team, and they're so fun.
I am so excited to see this. They showed us one of the episodes in the middle of the season at the panel, and it was just, I haven't watched classic Sailor Moon in a dog's age.
Yeah.
That's why I love it. Like, remembering why I love this so much.
Absolutely. The nostalgia is real. And then when you get to see stuff that some people, I never saw Stars. It wasn't available for me growing up. So getting to see that again is like, wow, this is amazing. I haven't seen this. It's a whole new level of excitement.
Yeah, the culture in America has changed enough that it's not like immediate, terrified taboo for some of the subject matter addressed. For one, we're no longer doing cusbians.
Yes.
Which is
Cusbians. Oh, I haven't heard that term. I love that term.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't heard it. It definitely has changed. And that's one of the things that has been so amazing and so impressive to me about working on Sailor Moon is things that I saw when I was young. The message is like new again for me. It as you watch it, what resonates with you as a kid, you watch again in 5 years, something different catches your eye. You watch it again in 10 years, something different catches your eye. And how a show has been able to stay so relevant universally for so many years is incredible and magical on its own. And so I feel like in some ways she was ahead of her time, and now the time is finally caught up and we're ready to see Stars the way that she intended, which is great.
And I'm beyond excited to see it. What are you excited for the fans to see? Can you give us hints without doing spoilers? Or
Oh my God.
I don't know if it counts as spoilers if people on the internet have been talking about it for years.
Sure, I don't know. I'm like, is there spoilers when the show's been out for I don't know. There was an episode that I loved working on, and it's Minako's idol episode that happens in the back half of the season. And I loved working on it. It was such an emotional moment. I think they're doing a drum roll so that we can talk about how good this episode is.
Absolutely.
I am not going to go sing with them, though. You have to watch the episode in order to catch that. That's all I'll say. But there is a spoiler. There might be a song. I might be singing. But you have to watch it to see.
Oh, I think we're all going to go watch that now. What was your favorite part of voicing Sailor Venus?
Oh my gosh, so many things. I love the confidence that she has. I love her fearlessness. I love that she's totally okay with being goofy. She's a leader. She's kind of quirky. She's weird. She owns exactly who she is, which is something that I've always struggled with because I feared getting bullied or picked on. She doesn't care. And so to be voicing a character that really just knows who she is, I think the only thing we don't have in common is she's way more boy crazy than I ever was. We took a quiz today, though, the Sailor Guardian quiz, and I did get Sailor Venus, so I guess I am a lot like her. But yeah, I think just being true to who you are, staying confident and believing in yourself, the things that she's going through have definitely inspired that in me, which has been great. And also getting wonderful, healthy female friendships through the voice actresses, I love, because we're all really close.
Yeah, watching you guys on the panel this morning, it's almost like you've been working together for 5 years.
Totally. And we record separately, but because Shar has let us do these events for the last 5 years, we've gotten to spend a lot of time together. We've gotten to know each other. We've done this Sailor Moon Day for the last 5 years, and so we look forward to it's a full day. We all hang out together. We have lunch together. It's like a big slumber party. We hang around all day. But yeah, before I worked on the show, I didn't know half of the actresses, and the ones that I did know, I didn't know very well. So this show has been such a gift because I got these amazing, talented, vibrant women who I adore. And one of the lines that we say at the end of, or one of the ending scenes in Sailor Moon, which broke me when it was like, she says, well, we've been through so much together, haven't we, girls? Let's do it one more time. And I was like, oh my God, and that's what just destroyed me because I'm like, man, the 5 years we've been through so much together. We've seen people go through relationships, hard times, deaths in the family, great career changes, moves, all of that stuff. And we've been with each other through everything. So I love those girls so much. And I feel so grateful to play such a strong, powerful character, and that she has influenced me to be stronger, but also she's brought into my life some incredible women that I treasure.
And those are friendships that'll stick with you long after Sailor Moon ends.
100%, yeah.
Oh, that sounds utterly magical.
It is. It's totally magical.
There isn't really a better term for it.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you have any fan experiences that really stand out to you?
So many. I mean, every time going to Sailor Moon Day is so cool. I got to see a little girl who was dressed as Sailor Venus as a baby last year. She came back today in this adorable little kimono, and I was like, I know this baby. And they were like, yeah, this was Sailor Venus last year. But the very first one, which was really special, this was right after I got cast in the show, but before they had announced the cast, a little girl came up with a Sailor Moon zipper pouch, and inside she had a little tiny plush Sailor Venus. And I said, oh, you love Sailor Moon? She was like, it's her first convention. I just showed her Sailor Moon so she could see her first anime. And she was like, she's a huge fan of Sailor Venus. And I knew I got cast, but I couldn't talk about it. I said, I'm a huge fan of Sailor Venus too. And she said, would you sign this for her since you both love Sailor Venus? So she got the very first Sailor Venus autograph. But I was like, it's just because I love Sailor Venus. I'm not voicing Sailor Venus. So that little girl has the very first one ever. But secretly, that's the first Sailor Venus autograph.
That is wonderful.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
Yeah. But also just getting to see the people who grew up on the show and now introducing it to their kids and getting to relive that magic all over again is really, really special.
Yeah, it's come full circle. For you, it's seeing the kids get into something you were into.
Yeah.
And then being part of something that you grew up with. That's got to just be mind-bending.
Oh, it's so weird. I never would have thought that would happen. Like Amanda said earlier today, she's like, she said, I'm such a negative person, but then when I realized the show that I watched and grew up loving and the character that I love so much, I now get to voice. So even negative Amanda says, like, miracles happen, dreams come true. And Sailor Moon did that.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Sailor Moon changes anybody's heart.
I don't know how to segue from that. I don't. I just kind of want to let that sit for a minute. But I also want to talk about Sword Art Online a little bit.
Sure.
So we've got new seasons coming down the line. We've got part 2 of Alicization coming. So how does it feel to be Asuna in this? How are things going for you?
I mean, look, Kirito is in a pretty rough situation, so it's a little terrifying as far as that goes. But I have enjoyed getting to see Asuna got some pretty cool moments in this past season where she got to kind of stand up, and we saw Asuna in a way we hadn't seen her before, getting to be a little bit more of an investigative sort of side of things. And I have been told in the upcoming season we get back to like fighting strong, intense, super badass Asuna, which I've desperately missed. So I'm so ready for that. We got to get Kirito out of trouble. It's what I always do.
It really is.
I know.
I feel like Asuna has some of the best character development in the series, hands down.
Yeah, it's been a journey, and I know a lot of people have not necessarily liked all of the twists and turns that have happened in Asuna's journey, but I feel like that's how you know it's a really human, well-rounded character, is because we don't always like the twists and turns our life takes as well, and sometimes we're depressed, and sometimes we're down on our luck, and we have to process all through those emotions and go through that together, and Asuna's a perfect testament to that, seeing it happen in anime.
So what do you bring to Asuna? How do you kind of get into character? What part of you do you bring to her?
Oh man, Asuna is like the perfect. Everything she does is like very perfect, clean, precise. It's me how I would like to be seen on a really good day. Like I've got it all together. I normally don't at all. So it's a little bit higher, it's a little bit softer, it's a little more regal, a little more focused. I think she's probably just cleaner and a little more refined. It's me what I wish I could be. Also, she's a way better cook than me. So she's teaching me more than I'm bringing to her, I'm sure.
I mean, she max ranked that skill. She's a little broken in the cooking area.
Yeah, it's unfair. It's unfair.
It really is. Do you have anything you would like to say to your fans?
Thank you guys so much for the support and for the wonderful comments that you send me online. I love getting to come to shows to meet you guys. And I love hearing your stories and how you connect with them. The things that you guys have told me, personal experiences, bring me to tears constantly. I would not be here if it was not for your support. And I'm eternally grateful for all of the shows I've gotten to work on and all of the opportunities I've had to travel the world and meet every single one of you. And I hope to meet literally every single one of you. I love and adore each one of you. Thank you so much.
That sounds like a life goal.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be like meeting people forever, and I'm totally fine with that.
Checking people off your Twitter followers checklist.
Yes, totally.
Well, that's what X is for.
Totally. I met tons and tons of people. Some people that I've gotten to see that, they said, I've seen you at Sailor Moon Day since the very, very beginning, and we know them well. We're like, hey, it's Sailor Mikey. Always dressed. It's dressed in tuxedo mask. It's always fantastic. So, yeah, it's a blast.
So keep an eye out for a Cherami near you.
Yes.
What do you have coming down the line that you can talk about? What projects would you like to tell people about?
We are doing more of the final season of Fairy Tale. We've got more episodes coming up. Obviously, more Sword Art Online premiering in October. At least that's when the Japanese premiere is in October. So we'll see how that's coming out. And then I'm going to be in Cells at Work. I'm Red Blood Cell in Cells at Work. And if you want a taste of what some of the voices sound like, we recorded the opening in English. So that's on YouTube, so you can check that out. That was fun. And then I'm working on a couple of other really fun projects that I cannot talk about, but there are more things coming up. So if you follow me on Twitter at Cherami Leigh or on Instagram at CLKstar, I will keep you updated on all of that.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
Absolutely.
And thanks for watching.